So I had this thought the other night, while I was being an insomniac and not being able to sleep. And it was about the true beauty of the potential of life that we have. Everyone thinks that their life is just mediocre or that they fulfill the most that they have in their life and there's not much to expect. And I'm not saying that everyone has to be a Bill Gates. I'm not saying everyone has to be a Steve Jobs. But I'm saying there's so much more to life than what you probably expect or what you probably think that there is. So, like, for example, let's say that everyone's given a pencil and a piece of paper. You can draw either a plane, a stick figure, some flowers, or some doodles. Or you can really take the time to enrich yourself, to become an expert, and to think out of the box to improve the way that you are, who you are. And really think, is this what I want to do? It's like opening up a whole new possibility and finding something to do. Like a scientist finding science for the first time in their life. It's like what you used to know no longer exists. Now there's a whole new realm of possibilities that you could achieve. And a whole new realm of things that, you never even thought about or considered that you can do. It's not a passion it's a hunger for more. A hunger to go beyond. A hunger to be driven in a way that even you don't know yet. But you need to know it's there, and you need to be able to satisfy it, because it's never going away. Now that I've been here, I realize I'm hungry for knowledge. I'm hungry for information. I'm hungry to make something of myself, to prove myself that everything I've done and everything that I've learned has not been for nothing. I paid attention. I have listened. I have absorbed everything in, and I am going to leave a mark on this world in a way that no one has before. I'm going to create something brilliant, and then I'm going to sit back and say, wow, I am so proud of myself. Because honestly, life is just what you make it. What you need to do is ask yourself what is really important and have the courage to build a life around that. Because that is how you make your life meaningful. That is how you make your life so much more than just for you or for just surviving. The only thing holding me back is laziness. The only thing stopping me back is myself. The only thing stopping you back is you. So, you just have to be there to unlock your passions, to unlock your drive, to unlock your ambition, and take the steps to, just go through with it. Follow through with life. I guess in a sense, it's like make something every day, give something every day, and take something every day, So no day is ever left wasted, no day is ever left dull. Even days that are relaxation, make the use of it. Read a book, or watch a documentary, or spend time talking to people, networking, getting new ideas, bettering yourself. Whether it be giving back to yourself, a project, teaching another, or giving back to the community, the most important thing is that you build yourself from every single experience that you take from it. And it's a challenge to see, who was I really meant to be? Because it's a great feeling when you're at your peak, the most you could be, and you look down at all the other possible lesser versions of yourself and realize that's not who you are. You are who you were meant to be. You never want to be a lesser version of yourself looking up wondering, who could I have been? Everyone has dreams and everyone has goals and everyone has passions. If you don't have it, that means you just haven't found it yet. And what most people do is at a certain age, they just give up looking for it. They just figure, oh no, I just don't have one, or I can't do anything about it. But you are meant to do something specific. You are meant to do something unique and a special niche just for you. And you can't stop looking. People stop enriching themselves, they stop enlightening themselves, and that's where you falter and you don't expose yourself to what's really important. How are you supposed to know what you're passionate about if you don't research, if you don't read around different subjects, if you don't talk to people in different areas and get to know what they're passionate about? How can you be passionate about something that you don't even know exists? That's the point of networking, watching documentaries, reading, or just oral communication with others, Edit your life frequently and ruthlessly. It's your masterpiece after all. In a sense, it's like living life to the fullest. Life can be really dull and it can be really monotonous, and you can just let life pass by. Or you can be an entrepreneur, or just take that leap of faith and do what you really love and make the most of it. You can be really innovative and take proactive steps and live life to 110%. Nothing seems crazy to me right now. Being rich by 30, that's totally possible if I have the drive. If I have the ambition and if I have the will, I can make that happen. But every single thing that we do, every single moment that passes, every single action that we take has a ripple effect on what happens in the future, what happens in our community, what happens in our environment. And the smallest things can lead to the biggest changes, and that's what we have to understand. Like, coming to this realization itself has inspired me to, think outside of my profession. Think, what could I do to better it? Think about the market out there. Maybe open up my own business. You never know. The best way I can explain all of this is like the myth where humans can only use 10% of our brain, and 90% of our brain are unlocked, like the movie Limitless. The idea is that's the same way with life. 10% what life could really offer is, the main milestones of life that every generic blue-collar, white-collar worker goes through. Work at a job they're okay with, family, one vacation a year, low quality, not okay quality of life. But life has that 90% that could be unlocked, that 90% that could be made yours. And it's never too late. Morgan Freeman got his first acting job when he was 50. Steve Carell got his when he was 40. You never know. And that's the beauty of it. It's like being able to know that, like, hey, I should do this. Your dreams should be so big that they scare you. They should be so big that they scare everybody else, but in a good way. You need to be proactive in life. It's kind of like going to an amusement park. You pay $80 and you go on 4 roller coasters, and the rest of the time you're spent like diddling around, walking, talking, resting. So essentially every single ride is $20. But then you have the other person who pays $80 for the same amusement park but spends every waking moment in that park either on a line or on a ride, and they get to ride it like every single ride 5 times each. That is making the most of it. And that is the same thing with life. You could either live in the slow lane, you could live in the mediocre lane and deal with like what most people deal with. Or you can amp it up. No one in this world is meant to be mediocre. No one in this world is meant to be slaves. No one's meant to be just a normal human being. No one is normal. Everyone is extraordinary in his or her own way, but our term of extraordinary is something like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, like Oprah Winfrey. That's not the case. Not everyone's going to be like that. Not everyone has the potential to be like that, and that's okay. But you can make your impact just where you are, Take, for example, the man from Ellen. He raised $40,000 to get the Boys and Girls Club in New York to go see the Black Panther. His goal was to raise $10,000 to buy tickets and to give them enough refreshments and candy and everything that they could want, so they could have an enjoyable movie experience, so they could be empowered by Black Power and fall in love with their culture and be proud of their culture. Because kids in low socioeconomic classes, they don't have as many advantages as we do, and like the middle or upper classes. And he raised $40,000, got put on Ellen, and then Ellen donated another $40,000, and he started a ripple effect in the country, where other Boys and Girls Clubs did the exact same thing to offer their students the same exact opportunity. And that in itself is one reaching this potential, because he made the most out of what he could of the situation, out of what he could of his life at that moment, and he left a mark. And he has impacted those kids to a way that we don't even know today. It might be years down the road, but they will remember that one time where they were able to go see the Black Panther because of this one man's dedication, drive, and achievement. So everyone says to unlock your potential and to live life to the fullest. But how? What steps do you need to take? The first is to understand yourself. Thank you.